And we've seen as well the Prime Minister crack down on, I'll say that he will be cracking down on people in Australia who are on visas who show anti-Semitic views or engage in hate speech. But would you like to see measures tightened at a higher level as people come into the country in the first place?
Well, the first thing I'll say to what you said is it's about time. But what we saw is 3,000 Gazans come to our airport, and the Minister Tony Burke ran out and welcomed them for a photo opportunity. Now, that's not in the national interest, I have to say. Were there proper security checks? Was there proper vetting of those people coming from the Middle East? You know, the question has to be raised. And we have let, unfortunately, people say some horrid things on the steps of Australia's icon, the Opera House, as well as that August 3 protest on the Sydney Harbour Bridge, which should never, ever have been allowed to take place. Justice Belinda Rigg was very wrong in determining that protest should have been able to take place against the wishes of Premier Chris Minns, who's been showing leadership, against the wishes of the New South Wales Police. And if the police say something shouldn't go ahead, for crying out loud, the judiciary should uphold that view.
Data showing that there's been a drop in support for the coalition. One Nation support, though, is on the rise. 1 in 4 men, I think it is, from Generation X now voting One Nation. Are you expecting this to grow next year?
No, I think it'll plateau out. I think it will certainly plateau out. People will realise that One Nation is a protest party. It's not a party of government. The Liberal and Nationals are. We've proven very good stewards of the economy and of all facets of society for many, many decades. Since the Liberal Party formed back in the 1940s. We've been a very stable and strong coalition. Yes, we're going through a few ups and downs at the moment. I'd like to see Susan Lee given some clear air. Let's see what happens. She's been very strong in recent weeks as far as the Bondi episode has unfolded, sad to say, and the aftermath of that, whereas we haven't seen that leadership from the Prime Minister and his senior ministers, although I must say Penny Wong at least did apologise the other day, but these words were unfortunately too little too late. What we've seen is anti-Semitism creep, as I say, like a cancer right throughout this society, and this government, this Labor federal government, has done very, very little to subside it.
Are you expecting more people to follow Barnaby Joyce's lead?
No, I don't believe so. I truly don't, and I've spoken to colleagues. They're happy in the Nationals. Spoke to Matt Canavan at length yesterday. He's looking forward to his pre-selection. Look, we'll get on with the business of doing the right thing as an alternative government. That's what we do. Serious contemplation of policies, making sure that we get rid of net zero, making sure we've got a cheaper, better, fairer system of energy. All of these things are important. We need a reliable energy system. We haven't got it at the moment. We've got a plan to improve that. We've got a plan to stop the rollout of the green energy projects right across our electorates, which are a blight on the countryside and doing nothing to lower the temperature, I have to say, doing nothing for 2050, but destroying the economy as they go.
So on that topic on energy, a new report by a group representing several leading universities suggesting Australia is set to miss its 2030 renewable energy target by up to a decade. What do you make of that?
Well, it worried me. It worried me to the boots. I mean, I've got to say, because that will just be code for Chris Bowen to ramp up his rollout of reckless renewables, and that's what he's doing. You take the situation between Bowning and Bynalong at the moment and throw Bookham in as well. They're all very, very worried about wind turbines higher than one Barangaroo or as high going out right across the landscape. Dozens upon dozens of them. The local mayor there, the Yass Valley Mayor, Jasmine Jones, describes it as an industrial junkyard. This is not the Australia we need, the regional Australia we need to produce food and fibre for our country. And city people need to realise that is where their food comes from, regional Australia, and we're taking up some of the most pristine, beautiful farmland and putting wind towers 260 metres high across it. I mean, this just makes no good sense, And we saw the other day what happened when there was a fire on one of the solar factories, and they're putting battery energy storage systems, the lithium batteries that local firefighters are very worried about the toxicity of the flames and how they will be prepared, well, they're not, to put it out if in fact that occurs. So this is a real worry amongst regional Australians and a genuine fear amongst those people who live a long way from city lights.
Thank you for your time, Michael McCormack.
Always a pleasure, Julia.